Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at the Shayla and Colourpop Luster Dust highlighters that I managed to get in the restock. And their Fame palette. Some of you are like, why did you get that? I can't answer that question. I had to do a shoot and I need to do like a natural look. And I found with natural looks, when using warm shades, they tend to call on for more shades. It looks strange just to have a warm tone eyeshadow. I feel like it looks weird on photographs. And I thought, well, if I get more cool tone shadows, it'll look more natural on the photograph. I really didn't need to buy this. I have plenty of cool tone shadows. I just wanted to buy the Colourpop palette. That was it. And curious because this palette has not received great feedback. And it is a very cool tone, as you have already probably seen. But we'll get into that in a second. And without further ado, if you want to see the Shayla and Colourpop Luster Dust highlighters and the new Fame Birthday Colourpop palette, then please keep on watching. Foundation's done. I put bronzer on. Brows are done. Lids are prepped. Timestamps will be down below. I am dying to try the highlighters first. Not gonna lie. I did already film my perception palette video. I will list that up above and down below. I went over the eyeshadow palette as well as one of her lipsticks and her Neat Freak lip gloss. Purchased both highlighters. All items are still in stock on the Colourpop website. Here's the packaging. Paper cardboard with the color splatter details. Font is in a metallic rose gold finish. That's pretty much on all of her packaging. Each one retails for $7. Items are made in the USA. You get 3.1 grams of product or 0.11 ounces. Let's get in here. I'm not gonna lie, I might have just swatched a tiny bit before I came on here. It says Shayla and Colourpop on the jar, and the top of the jar is black with the gold splatter metallic detail. I love the design of her entire collection, as I mentioned in my first video. The purples and the blacks and the golds, I think it all meshes beautifully well. On the back here, it has the shade name on a purple colored sticker. Open it, it'll have the protective sticker on here. It looks messy because I already messed with it a little bit. This is in the shade Boomin'. I also picked up Pose, which, what is going on out there? I'm telling you, every time I get on here, there's a crane or ambulance or something. Oh, it's backing up. The truck's backing up. Pose is in the same designed jar. This one takes more of a rose gold hue. We'll swatch them both so we can see. Here is Boomin', the more gold out of the two, and here is Pose, the more rose gold. Boomin'. Oh. Pose. Both look really beautiful. I cannot wait to get them on my face. I think I'm gonna first apply Pose, the more rose gold out of the two, on a more general area on my cheekbone, and then go in with Boomin' right at the top portion of my cheekbone. Taking my Wayne Goss number 2. Oh, this is a lot. Okay, let's see how this works. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh, well, that's just beautiful. That buffs in very nicely. Tapped off a little bit of excess because I definitely overloaded the brush. But I love how it works into the skin. I'm also just putting this around my brow bone. I do see texture, and it's probably because I already have bronzer on, and as soon as I wet and mist my face, it'll melt in a little better. I love the color though. I'm taking a smaller brush now with the gold shade Boomin'. I'm punching that right over Pose and layering that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, this is nice. I love how these two go together. Look at that. I know what highlight I'm wearing over the summertime. Probably the one fault I have a loose highlighter is because you gotta pour out, you gotta brush, you gotta pour out, you gotta brush. You have to invest a little more time when dealing with a loose formula, but the payoff is a lot better because since it is looser, it blends better into the skin instead of coming from a solid pan. I'm still happy I got the, look, God, jeez. Spritz. Just push in any lingering droplets. because I'm insane, just gonna put a little more boom in when the skin's damp. Gorgeous. Before we roll into the eyeshadow palette, because I did spritz, I'm taking some loose powder to pat down my eyelids to ensure that they are not too sticky. I'm placing some inside of my nose because I don't want to get too oily. Metallic. Yes, I didn't regret that purchase. Kind of knew I wasn't, based off her eyeshadow palette and how amazing it is. And the fact that she created shades that are more tan to deeper skin tone friendly. Yes, if you're lighter, you might have to use a lid color. Maybe you could pat this on the lip to make it more metallic, because we have a lot of pearlescent shades that look really nice on fair light skin tones. But I think Shayla really want to release colors that were more suitable for those deeper skin tones that will actually come up as a highlight and look complementary on those skin shades. Now let's go into this palette. Even though you might hate the fact that I bought this, I know you're still curious. I know. Here's the box. I love the packaging as always. Colourpop never fails in that department. It's a turquoise background with magenta foil detailing. They're little diamonds and it has the word fame on there. On the back you have the shade names, it printed in little circles. The edges are that metallic magenta finish. This palette is also made in the US. The palette as well as the highlighters are cruelty free. Each pan is 1.1 grams or 0.04 ounces. Here is the palette. Again, with the magenta foil finish, it says Colourpop here on the bottom. On the back, you have, again, the shade names on this really nice purple background. And here is the palette. Now, this palette does not have a mirror. It costs $22. Shayla's is $23. Shayla's palette and the fame. Definitely Shayla's looks more fun. I mean, and again, this one has the mirror. So I'm not sure. I was surprised. I thought Colourpop will continue putting in mirrors in their newly designed 16 pan shadow palettes. But, you know, they might have a reason. I don't know. Let's do the swatches quickly. I'll do row by row. Center Stage, Extravaganza, Showboat, Delirium, The Most, Dazzle, Stardom, Celeb, Debutante, Love House, Rivy, Ash, Laze, here we go, Piece of Me, and Lifestyle. Here are all the shades, and actually this looks a lot more mauve-y than it does taupey. On the computer screen, it was reading more taupe to me, and even those who I've seen try this palette, the colors were showing up very mauve on the lid, so we shall see. One thing that is consistent from the Shayla palette is that they do have the shade names inside under the pans, which is very helpful. I got my color switch because I was dealing with very warm shadows a few hours ago. I want to make sure these mauve-y taupey shades show up as mauve-y taupey. I'll take Center Stage to set the brow bone and a little bit on my lid. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm gonna do Razzle first. Nothing seems to be happening. It actually is just deepening the natural shade color of my crease. It does appear slightly, just a touch mauve in tone. I like it though. Now with Stardom, right under Razzle. What difference does that make? A lot of kickback in the pan as usual for Colourpop. Next we got Clubhouse. This almost looks purple. Interesting. Razzle and Stardom on the lower lash line. Mixing them together. Making a Blase. I don't know how this is gonna go. That didn't blend out as terrible as I anticipated. Can't can't really decide if this is a green or like more of a slate gray. I'm also taking Blasé to the outer third, my lower lash line. Might as well, let's do lifestyle. Oh, let me drop my brush. Oh man. Smoothing this out. I don't know what happened. Well, the good news is I don't have any fallout occurring. I am making sure to tap my brush before I start applying, and I think that helps a ton. I think I need to apply Posh. It had like a nice metallic purple thing going on. I'm just going in with my number 7 shader. See how it goes on dry. Not bad. I'm gonna spritz though because I want a little more. Taking a piece of me on the same shader. It looks like it's a deeper purple, and I'm placing that right at the border between, what was that called? Blasé and Posh. Now with Dazzle, to the inner corner, right over Posh. Provide a little bit of light. I did get some fallout there, is probably because of packing in the metallic shades. Let's do some wings. I forgot to mention that along with the palette purchase, I also received a super shock shadow in the shade Birthday Wish. I might as well just put this on because it comes in a special edition purple plastic bin, just so you can have a look. Shimmery. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna place that right in the middle. I'll put it right in the middle of my lower lash line. On the inner corner, for that extra pop, going in with Extravaganza. Oh my god, I gave you pop alright. Let's apply a little blush to pull this look together. And we completed the look. Not dying over it because I think the way my skin is very warm and then I have this very cool eye. I think that's what's making me a little uneasy with the final look. Maybe if I used a more cooler highlighter, cool for my skin tone, and a cooler bronzer, probably don't not even use bronzer at all, but maybe like a more neutral contour, I would feel better about this. And I wasn't expecting my life to be changed. I was very curious to see how these shades would look on my skin tone. Colourpop has always been flooded with requests to create a cool tone eyeshadow palette. I do feel this could have been done a little bit better in terms of not having so many duplicate shades. This kind of matches this, kind of matches this, kind of matches this. And I feel with 16 shadows, you definitely just need 1 or 2 champagne colored metallics. I felt we could have used a more medium, a deeper medium transition shade. I feel these were the same and maybe this could have been a little deeper. I still don't know what to make of this. I feel that it's green, but maybe it is more of a slate gray. These 2 shades combined gave nice depth, but again with the purpley mauvey transition shades, I don't really know like what they are. There's some nice metallics. Dazzle I think is really nice. Posh is probably my favorite because it's an actual like shade instead of just it being a silvery taupey color. I would not recommend this palette, especially if you do have a ton of eyeshadow. If you love to collect Colourpop eyeshadow palettes, that's a whole different story. Just take note, this one does not have a mirror. Hopefully the next 16 pan launch will be a little more interesting. Or if they try to tackle the cool taupe palette again, maybe they'll make it so it's a little more diverse in shade selection. Light taupes, medium taupes, deep taupes, in between taupes. I don't know what goes into creating a palette. I could only imagine the challenges that they present. Brands are not always going to come out with hits. For us to recognize the hits, we gotta experience some misses. And this isn't their best. Although they were very excited to release this cool tone palette, and there are some nice shades in here. I don't think this is suitable for deeper skin tones. If you are by chance a deeper skin tone than me and you have this palette and you had a different experience, please let me know down below. I mean, but these shades barely showed up on me. If anything, I would just use these shades again for my natural look for photo shoots that give my crease a little bit of color and depth, but not it making it look too warm. And I can dig that. I could definitely find a role for this palette so it's not just hanging around and doing nothing. But from their most recent release, definitely the Perception by far surpasses Fame in terms of performance, color selection, and theme. And it has a mirror, and it has all your, this is warm. So that's another conversation you have to have. If you do not like warm shades, Perception is chock full of them. You got Revenge, you got Thick, you got Culture. Maybe Fame's for you if you love those cooler tone shades and you don't want to get anywhere near oranges and caramels. I understand. I just realized that I don't have any lipstick on. Maybe that's why I'm feeling a little funny about my makeup. That's better. Because I don't hate my eyes. They actually look a lot better in person. But again, I think there's a disconnect between my complexion and my eyes. If I perhaps would have applied the colors from Perception and had Boom In and Pose on my cheekbones, maybe it will look more cohesive. Right now, this is something going on. I do like the shadow look that I created. I try to make it work. It's not terrible. But again, I don't know how to place it. I don't know what occasion I will wear this for. I guess, you know, like any other day, how I randomly pick palettes and make it happen, I guess. Maybe because I'm too shiny? I don't know. This is really just indulging your curiosity. If you knew for sure you weren't gonna buy Fame, but you still wanted to see it in action, then this video was for that purpose. If you're just entertained by my antics, thanks for stopping by. The purchase out of this order that I love the most, of course, are the highlighters. I think they are gorgeous. Do be careful with going in with too much, because if you by chance happen to overload your brush, just make sure you buff the product well into the skin. It is very highlighting and I love them both together. I think layered, they give a really nice rose gold, champagne gold type of look. And you can make it super metallic, or you can buff it in more for it to look more of a glow instead of that high shine finish. Let me know down below if you receive the Shayla and Colourpop highlighter luster dust. Let me know if you got the Fame, what you think about this. I definitely didn't need to buy this, but again, I was curious and I love makeup and thought I would give it a shot. Not my favorite. Will I still use it sometimes? Sure. Nevertheless, I hope this video provided you with some insight concerning the Fame palette. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another review, chit chat, demo, tutorial, or get ready with me. Take care and I'll see you again soon.